Alright, what's up, everybody? I thought I'd make a short video. I just had my first round of interview, but I think it went well. A short video. I do a short exercise, a harder, shorter exercise. But it was like all these basic questions. The guy who interviewed me it was just a phone interview. It was supposed to be like 30 minutes long, but we were on the phone for like 15 minutes. And he had to stop me because I was just like talking so much. Ooh, I cannot do this for like 2 minutes. But I think the interview went well. He was just asking all these basic questions. He wasn't even working for the company I applied for. He was just like outsourced. It was like a call from like a different country. It was the Indian guy, but I think the phone call was from like Canada or something. But he has like some of the same questions from like the application. Ooh, I definitely can't do that. He was asking like, do I need like an H-1B or HB1 visa, or if I had any contracts that prevents me from working, to like exclusionary contracts or something that prevents me from working for the company, and like some of the same questions from the application. But the very first like official question he asked me was like, what makes you think I'm fit for this role as like a maintenance tech? Well, I was like, well, let me tell you all the crap I had to fix at work. And I just started going off. I was like, oh, the L zone. It's like the main ones that we use most often. It's like measures particle size. Sometimes it's clog on the inside. You got to clear blockage. Got to take the orifice out, clean it out. Sometimes clogs on the outside. Got to take the toothbrush, rub the outside. Sometimes you got to take the top off and replace the cone-shaped filter inside the thing. And then have to like calibrate it and make the electrolyte mixture with like the filter for the electrolyte. I forget what else I said. But I started going around in my head like all the machines just in that one room and all the machines in the other room. And so I was just going off on him about like, oh, I do the X-ray and calibrate, run the silicon carbide standard, and run some experiments on there for the scientists with running different programs and the X-rays at different degrees. And then next to it's like the Ariba with like the color spectrometer with like, I'm currently working with the scientists on trying to calibrate it because the reference are having like a color drift problem. So I'm working on him now trying to get it to work properly. I'm dying. But and next to that was like the SEM. It takes microscopic pictures. I learned how to calibrate that and place the lamp. Then next to that was the Sympatech, which also measures particle size, but it's mostly for hydrophobic samples and how to run reference, calibrate, replace stuff. And then I went to the other lab in my head. I was like, I had to fix the furnace with the heating elements. There's 6 of them. Sometimes they break, I replace it. Sometimes it breaks inside the clamp and you can't see it, so you gotta run the voltmeter to test them, test the continuity, see which one's broken, replace it. And then there's like the braided tubes sometimes that we had to replace that doesn't break often. And I'm one of the few people who knows how to replace it. But I trained the other techs and other people on how to like all the same things, how to fix it, calibrate, and all these tools whenever they had time or when they're around. And then we're like in the glove box. You're in the glove box, you're working around. The glove box is running through so many issues because they're like getting old and you have all these stuff we gotta fix. And the sustaining engineer helps fix most of the stuff. But when they're not around, because I work night shift, it's just me. I'm like the most senior tech. So I gotta fix everything. And I asked them, how do I fix all these things? Because it's kind of hassle when it's like at night and we can't do anything until they come in on day shift. So I asked them to teach me so I could fix it on my own sometimes. And then when we take the sample out of the glove box, got to work on it. And then the process about how like we got to use a jaw crusher, crush it into smaller pieces. Some of the jaw crusher gets clogged, got to unclog it, something that glitches out. Most of the time you just reset it. And then the ratchet, and then the sieve shakers. Then recently the sieve shaker, the 4 legs is straight broke. And we had to get the engineer to help like attach the metal and screw in the metal bar just to reattach the leg, like it had like a broken leg. And then it had to help like back then I had to help like replace or install a new oven. It's just a regular oven, but they're like heavy as crap, and you gotta lift it up and put it on top of the counter. And then after that, he stopped me, and we had to like continue with the interview about, I don't even know what else he asked. But then he was asking about like the salary expectation, and I was like, ooh. But I was like, everybody has the goal, like at least once in their life, to like make six figures. So I want six figures, but it's a bit high. And he's like, yeah, it's a bit high. But I mean, I was like, there's like a range on the website. He's like, yeah, he doesn't know what the range is, but am I okay with like somewhere in the middle? And I'm okay with somewhere in the middle. It's that company pays really high compared to all the other companies around here. So I was like, yeah, I was okay with it. I mean, I used to make like, however much what I make at my current place, it's about like, when you change job, you want like a 20% increase. So it's like, it's somewhere in the middle. It's like, I'm okay with it. I don't know. They have like a good package. They have like the stock purchase plan and stuff. But he asked like, do I have like any bonuses that I'm losing out? And I was like, I wasn't sure. I was like, what do you mean? Like, what bonuses? I'm not used to it. It was a question I was not like preparing. I spent like 8 hours the last 3 days like preparing for this interview, and it's only like a short introductory interview that they outsource to weed out people. But yeah, I have like we get like quarterly bonuses and annual bonuses depending on how well the company does. So it's like performance based, and then we get like a bonus based on how much we contribute. Like I guess based on my salary. I think he was asking about like if I have any like vested stocks and stuff. Like no, I was like no, not really. We have the ESPP, like the employee stock purchase plan. But that's not really like vested stocks or like RSU, like the restricted stocks. But then he's like okay, and then he was just like all right, that was like the first round, and if it goes well, they'll move me up to the next round of interview. So I just keep my eye out open for the next email or text or phone call. But yeah. Yep. All right, that went on a lot longer than I thought it'd be. Okay, it's like 8 minutes. All right, change my hair back to this. But it's about to snow like crazy. Or I don't know, the weather's all weird. It's like, it's gonna be 1 inch of snow, but no, next day it's like, it's gonna be a whole foot of snow, and it's gonna be like 8 inches. Now it's 5 inches, and now it's gonna be like back to like 1 inch. So I don't know. School's canceled. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I already took the day off tomorrow. I don't want. It's gonna the high is gonna be like 30, like 19 to 30. It's gonna be freezing. It's gonna be like black ice on the road. So yeah. All right. I think that's it. See ya.